What's good, team? Right now, I'm bringing you guys another episode of the Explained series. And on this week's episode, I'll be bringing you guys Metalfoes Explained. I've been ducking and dodging the Explained series for a while now, and I'm finally having time to bring you guys this episode. So, without further ado, let's begin. Alright guys, so I'm about to bring you guys my Metalfoes Explained in-depth analysis. And before I actually get to the slides and get to talk about the deck, I just want to go out and say I'm just going to be mainly be reviewing the Archetype. Most of the cards that I'm going to be reviewing will be coming out in the Dark Illusion. And I'm not going to be talking about how competitive the deck will be to the T, but with that being said, I'm going to talk about what the deck can do, a lot of the tricks the deck has, and just go overall review most of the cards that you guys want to hear about. So let's get into the deck. Metalfoes Explained. Starting off with Metalfoes Steeleren. Now, most of the Metalfoes have this basic Pendulum Effect where they say once per turn you can target one face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, set one Metalfoes spell/trap card directly from your deck. 0 attack 2100, level 2, scale 8. So as you can see, with it being scale 8, it can bring out big monsters, and it just sets the spell and traps from the deck, and it has a lot of defense. Next up, Metalfoes Steeleren, very same thing. Scale 1, by the way, level 3, 1700 attack. Once per turn, you can target one face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, set one Metalfoes spell trap card from your deck. So same thing as the Steeleren, where you're setting spell and traps. This one has more attack, and that one has more defense. Next up, Metalfoes Orihulk. Same thing once again, the setting of the spell and trap, but it has 1900 attack and it's level 4, scale 1. Then we have Metalfoes Wolframe, same effect, destroy one spell and trap, set one spell and trap card. Scale 8, levels 7, so you can bring him out to a pendulum summon. And he doesn't have a monster effect because it's a normal monster with the pendulum. 2400 attack, pretty cool. Can help you get over some some monsters that would 1900 attack or less, or 2400 attack or less. Now we start getting into the fusions of the Archetype. So Adamante, one Metalfoes monster plus one monster, 2500 less attack, 2500 attack, level 5. So it's alright card. Mainly gonna be used for making overlay plays and etc. Then we have Metalfoes Orihulk. Requires 2 Metalfoes monsters to make them. If a Metalfoes monster you control attacks a defense position monster, inflict double piercing battle damage to your opponent and discard it sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one card in the field and destroy it. Now that's pretty good because he can pierce, inflicts double damage, and when he leaves the field, you can target one card in the field, destroy it. Now you're starting to see how the Archetype is becoming a little bit more broken. Orihulk is one of the most powerful cards for the Archetype. The fact it's one of the best fusions in my opinion. Then we have the Cardinal. Cardinal, one for the Metalfoes monster, plus 2 monster, 3000 attack or less. It's a 3000 beast stick, level 4. I mean, not level 4, but level 9. So it's not really much to say about him other than he's just being really beefy. And he requires 3 monsters to make. Now, here's the creme de la creme to the deck, the Fusion card, Metalfoes Fusion. Fusion, summon one Metalfoes Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion materials. If this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle into your deck, and if you do, draw one card. So after you use the fuse off your monsters, it goes to the graveyard, and then you put it back in your deck to replace it. So it's good. If you get lucky, you might draw it again, and then you can fuck around and just do another fusion play. Metalfoes Counter. If this card/cards you control is destroyed by battle by card effects, plus summon one Metalfoes monster in your deck during either player's turn. Except turn this card with something to the graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add one face-up Metalfoes Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. So you're starting to see what the traps do. When the monster is destroyed, you can special summon one from your deck, and then when it's sent to the graveyard, you can add one Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. So the deck, this is kind of one of the recursion of cards. It adds cards from your Pendulum deck to your hand, and it replaces the monster on the field to destroy. So essentially, if I'm reading this correctly, if your opponent dark holes your guy, you can activate that special summon from the deck, and then while it's in the graveyard, you can banish it and add a guy that just got destroyed back to the hand, allowing you to do a fusion play if you get the fusion in your hand, and or a XYZ play if you can. Metalfoes Combination. This is one of the better traps for the Archetype. Once per turn, if a fusion monster is fusion summoned, except during the damage step, you can target one Metalfoes monster in your graveyard whose level is less than the fusion monster's level and special summon it. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Metalfoes monster from your deck to your hand. Now this is the best card in the deck. So all the Metalfoes monsters, they go by popping their guys and setting the traps. So you pop with your one guy, set this trap. Activating your opponent's turn, target one Metalfoes monster in your graveyard whose level is less than a fusion monster on the field, specimen. So once you get your fusion on the field, it's gonna help you spam the field, which is really good because it can also combo with this, the counter. And when you pop one of your guys, you can set counter from your deck. So if your guy would get destroyed, you can add a monster back to your hand and replace the monster that was destroyed. So that's really damn good. I'm really liking what the traps do. Now I got Blackwing Gofu to go to the shadows because Metalfoes going based on destroying things, and OCG runs this card as a tech. So I'm just gonna read Blackwing Gofu to go to the shadow for you. He cannot be normal summon to set, must be first special summon while you control no monsters. When this card is special summoned from your hand, you can special summon 2 ghostly shadow tokens. Wing Beast, Dark, level 1, 0/0 attack and defense, but they cannot be attributed or used as synchro materials. You can banish this card and one other non-tuner monster you control, and target one Blackwing synchro monster in your graveyard, same level, so let's summon it. And if you do, it's treated as a tuner monster while special on the field. Now Blackwing Gofu the Shadow is a tuner monster, and he's level 5. So this deck, from what I've seen in the OCG, is based around synchroing and bringing out their fusion. So you can do a lot of synchro plays because a lot of the guys, like he's level 4, he's level 3, he's level 2. And they use their popping effect, like you talking about this card, you can destroy it. They pop the Blackwing Gofu tokens to set their traps and start a lot of their combos and loops. So yeah, Blackwing Gofu goes to shadows, definitely a staple in this deck. And when you guys are trying to build this deck, I highly suggest picking up 3 Blackwing Gofu goes to shadow. It should be pretty much a common or rare in the set. Now, final thoughts for the deck. I think the deck is pretty much consistent in what it's going to do, which is basically a bunch of combos, fusioning, synchroing with the Blackwing Gofu Shadow. They're going to set their traps from their deck and just go off with different kind of loops and tricks and etc. The deck seems to be fast as what it does from games I watched online. It seems to pretty much be a better version of Igknight in a sense where these cards can just pop random cards on the field to start getting their setting their traps, or Igknights they had to pop each other in the scale. So they're pretty different. So the deck's gonna be pretty fast. Also, with that being said, the deck does run the Draco engine, like the Dracoslayer, pretty much like every Pendulum deck do, to keep the ball rolling. So overall, based on what I've seen in the OCG and based off reading what I've seen, the deck's gonna be a solid tier 1.5 right now in the OCG, with decks like Monarchs being hit, Pepe being neutered, and the format being very diverse. The deck is pretty good, pretty much tier 1 out there, but I feel like when the deck comes out here, it's gonna be tier 1.5 to tier 2, due to the fact that we have Cosmos, and Cosmos could pretty much fuck this deck up if they have things like Solemn Strike and etc. So these are my thoughts on the Metalfoes Archetype, and I might shoot the outro. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Explained series. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you guys click right here, I'm going to have the next selected candidates for the Explained series. I want you guys to click on the poll and let me know which episode you guys want me to do on the poll by voting for your favorite deck that you guys want me to explain. And as I always tell you guys, if you're new to the channel, I'd love for you to subscribe for more competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. Upload 3 times a week. On Mondays I do my general discussions, on Wednesdays I do my top 10s, and on Fridays I do my Explain series where I explain decks and archetypes in detail. I do these videos contributing, helping you guys become better players, and I'll do these videos contributing, and you guys helping me become better player. Chris from Team Innovation signing out. Peace guys, stay innovative. Deuces. I don't know what the hell you guys are doing. You need at least 8 hours minimum, and leading up to the event, I would highly recommend people get 8 hours for the